Hello and welcome to part 2 of Fate Stay Night. Well, at least this route. So I was actually, just before recording this, I was going back to see if I could get the other things in here, specifically this one, but I was unable to do so. And this route has this image here, which, is making me very concerned, because I don't know how to get to this one. Which is why I'm probably going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to look ahead and find the float for the flowchart map for this game, so I can figure out everything. Oh. Alright, hang on. Is there a guide to this? This one. Oh. Oh, I'm literally... Okay. I was doing a little look ahead to see what I could do. Turns out these two here require something that we have to later. Actually, the explicit tag is I think UBW or HF, which will become relevant in the next two routes down here. So I can't do that unless I cleared UBW, and I can't do this one. I can't do this one until I've done that one. So I have to come back to these after I complete the second route. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this... I actually do have a time limit for these. I can only go up to, I think, an hour before it starts to, wig out on me, so... I don't know how much we're gonna clear in an hour, but I'm gonna try my best. Alright? So let's go ahead. I awake to darkness. I guess I'm not much for dreaming unless something big happens. I always have the same dream anyway. I always envision a sword. I have no idea why, but that's the only thing that pops into my head. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Actually, no. That's the proper narration tone I took during the prologue when I was doing it from the thoughts of so I have to do a different narration tone for this guy. Perhaps this is what defines me as well as Ebius. I accidentally clicked my mute button. I should probably hang on. Sorry about that, I was opening my drink. I don't have any dreams of my own. The only things on my mind while I sleep are what others taught me long ago. The first part, same. The second part, meh. For example, on how to be a mage. Even if I'm not a full-fledged mage, you can tell it's new text, by the way, because it's white. Which means I haven't seen this yet. So... Even if I'm not a full-fledged mage, it's only natural for a mage to be aware of the world they're in. Put simply, a mage is an outcast from society. Oh, come on. But even outcasts need to band together to survive. My old man taught me there's a society of mages called a Mages Association. He also told me I shouldn't ever get involved with them. Ah. The Mages Association is said to conceal the existence of magecraft and manage mages. The Mages Association watches over mages and makes sure their magecraft doesn't affect society. But the strange thing is that they don't really prohibit mages from abusing magecraft either. According to Kiritsugu, the Mages Association is only interested in concealing mystics. Even if, say, a mage carried out an experiment that sacrificed, let's say, a lot of citizens, the association wouldn't punish them. Their priorities are expressly in preventing the public from becoming aware of magecraft, which does not mean magecraft is completely banned. Honestly, anything goes as long as the truth doesn't come out. At least that seems to be how that insane bunch conducts themselves. Oh, like the Statue of Secrecy. Whatever it is, the Mage Association surveillance is absolute. Typical Magecraft research sacrifices the lives of ordinary humans, which in turn risks revealing the existence of Magecraft to the world. As such, the Mages Association doesn't permit research that would harm society. Ultimately, mages conduct their research in their privacy of their homes, while the world is none the wiser. So mages sometimes go into hiding to escape the association's scrutiny and oversight, so there may be some mages living in this town, and I just don't know it. I also hear Fuyuki is a spiritual hotspot of sorts. That probably means there's some prestigious mage with a storied history living here. You don't say! You don't say! They're called second owners. Don't know why I paused. Elite mages the association entrusts to watch over territory. Other mages who live in the same area must visit these second owners first to get permission to build their workshops. My old man was an outlaw who cut ties with the association and moved here without the consent of Fuyuki's second owner. So in a way, our family is a bunch of trespassers living in a house without permission from the landlords, which means the second owner doesn't know that Emiya Kiritsugo was a mage. So I tend to feel like our family status as mages is kind of unclear, but then my old man, the bona fide mage, died. And even though I'm Mrs. Type's son, I don't know a thing about the Mage Association. I have no real knowledge about being a mage. I have a feeling the association would want to dispose of someone like me, but they haven't made any sort of move. Apparently the Mages Association doesn't have many eyes in Japan, so that's probably why I haven't been found yet. But that doesn't mean I can't let my guard down. The eyes of the Mages Association are said to be everywhere, and if someone commits a crime using Magecraft, the Church's heretic hunters. I feel like there's a... Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition will make them move using Magecraft. You guys call them fucking Inquisitors, because that's what they are. Using Magecraft, however half-messed you may be about it, makes you enemies. So with all that in mind, I honestly just want to study being a mage on my own. Books. Fun. Books are fun. Oh, that's right. Emiya Shirou doesn't have a voice actor, which means I also have to voice all of his lines. I wake up as the sunlight starts to pour in through the window. It looks like the sun's just now coming up. It's still dark out. It's cold. Waking up in the morning is pretty tough. No joke. Today when I woke up, I was in bed for 2 hours, and then I woke up to do, and I was, moved to do leaves. Technically, I have a shift right now, but I came to an agreement with my work saying, no, I'm still in school. Anyway, I get up trying not to let the morning cold discourage me and quickly fold up my futon. I've slept on one of those before. They're not as bad as you think they are. It's 5:30? I've woken up at 5:30 before. It was one day, and it was to buy that. You can't see it, but I'm pointing to it. It'll become relevant shortly, when I figure out how to use it. I've always been an early riser. Not me. No matter how late I go to bed, I might mess up once in a while, like yesterday, but that's fair. I usually wake up around 7:30. I don't know if that's early. Feels late for me. So, oh yeah, I still have to get my lawn. Oh well. Okay, breakfast. I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, so it'd look kind of bad if I didn't return the favor this morning. I should hurry up and finish making breakfast before Sakura comes. Oh, poor sweet summer child, her. I cook rice and make miso soup. How hard is that to make? I might actually try to make that. New vlog coming up soon. Yesterday the soup had daikon. I'm not googling pronunciations. It'll take too long. Daikon, radish, and carrots. So I'm making onion and potato miso today. It's a thick soup. Breakfast soup. I make the egg omelet. There's a breakfast food. And use leftover konyaku. Konyaku to simmer it with bonito flakes. Do you or do you not feel bonita? I make incisions into the soury fish, which will be the main dish, and sprinkle it with a little salt. All I have to do is to broil it. But wait, if I can wait until the last minute. Okay, that'll do it. It's almost 6. I finished earlier than expected, so I have some time on my hands. So what shall I do with this extra time? Guess I'll work up a quick sweat if I have so much time. Morning exercise is my daily routine, so I might as well do some light workouts. The hushed atmosphere of an empty dojo encourages one to focus, and in the morning, just as the sun rises, its serenity makes the mood even more sacred and enthralling whoever visits the site. Anyway. There's only one thing I do here. Ever since my old man died, the dojo's turned into just a gym to train my body. Training to be a mage means I can't neglect training my body. One of the conditions of being a mage is maintaining yourself at physical peak. become Arnold. When Kiritsugu was still alive, he and I sparred often. Well, more than that, he just kicked my ass every time, so I never really learned how to win myself. But at least learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I learned the difference between killing and beating an opponent, how to conduct each situation. Fighting. I feel like those would be very easy to tell. Knowledge and experience are different. Hell yeah, they are. Without your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. To quote apparently a hit song from 1999. Without the knowledge to know the difference, it's hard to tell if you've gotten yourself into a fight or a massacre. It's as simple as that. Learning magecraft means that there's a risk of perishing on your own, as well as a risk of having to fight. And to mages, that means killing each other. That's why Kiritsugu wanted to teach me that I must always be ready to face death. But the person reminding me of that lesson is long gone, so the only thing I can do alone is some simple exercises. Guess I better get on with it. After I stretch to warm up, I focus on my inner strength and begin my exercise. As I train my body, I assess how my magic circuits affect my blood flow, my skeletal frame's creaking, the fatigue I feel, and how much that all distracts my thoughts. 120, 150, 170. What sort of? Okay. I can't do that. Unless he's doing crunches. I could probably do crunches. Even simple... Fuck that! Even simple push-ups can train my exercises as long as I focus on my mental state rather than putting physical weights on my body. So fun fact, I can't do 10 push-ups. And that's not even like baby push-ups, the one where you have your knees on the ground. No, I can't even do that. I feel like I have a reason for that. That's not water. With no proper mentor teaching me magecraft, morning training is no different than what most sports clubs do, and they have become very important for me. Also being a handyman. Like the Romanian... Oh, hello. You look upset with me. Yeah, it's all done. All that's left to do is to set the dishes and grill the fish. In what world is fish breakfast? You know what? Sakura is clearly eager in her reply, coming in behind the ever-dependable Sakura. Fujini casually heads to the table. I think I broke this chip clip. Oh, let's just ignore it for now. I need to grill the prepared fish. Sakura, can you please use the middle set of plates? The food will look better on those. Look better? I want functional. Yeah, those grilled meats tend to not look good if you don't plate them well. What? I've already grated the daikon. Sakura reaches far to take out the plates. As she reaches out, I think I see a faint bruise on the back of her hand. So, hold on a minute. What's that bruise on your hand? She averts her eyes, looking uneasy. Her accent makes how she got the bruise clear. Is it Shinji again? I can't believe I can't believe he beats his own sister. Whoa! I don't think it was a fall. It was the worm. How stupid do you think nobody gets bruised like that just from falling. Seems like Shinji needs some you get one on your knee from tripping, and now this, for the last time, is not a hickey. I don't think I need this old watch charger anymore, considering I don't use that watch anymore. Sakura falls silent. Sakura may seem docile, but she's surprisingly stubborn. It's no use saying anything to her now. Fine, if you say so, I'll leave it at that. Why are you apologizing? Shinji's the one in the wrong. The moment I say Shinji's name, Sakura awkwardly looks away. It can only mean he is the cause of the bruise of her hand. Maybe. That's one of 3 potential reasons I could think of. Shinji has a bad habit of treating his younger sister like crap. Siblings, but worse. I noticed it about a year ago. Every now and then I'd see Sakura injured. She's always made excuses when I asked what's happened. When I asked Shinji about it, he revealed to my shock that he'd been the one. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's this asshole. Asshole number one. I asked why, and he told me it was because she'd done something. Double asshole number one. I got pretty pissed off, so I did to Shinji what he done. Right, we haven't been on great terms. Good! Good! He does not deserve anything.
先輩、兄さんとは仲直りしてくれましたか？
9. Yeah, sure. We never fought in the first place. There's not much that we come from making up. Never fought in the first place. Made up. Alright, boys. If that's what you say.
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。だから気をつけてください。
Speak up. But Sakura strikes me as odd. Be careful. Shinji?
はい、兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。先輩が退部するようになったのも兄さんのせいだって。
Shinji had nothing to do with me quitting. Well, he might have been a factor, but it's nothing you should worry about. And Shinji's right. This is a little unsightly. I point at my left shoulder. There's a little scar there. I actually had to make sure I was pointing at my left shoulder, because I have a habit of not doing that. Left shoulder. It's on my left. It happened about a year and a half ago. So something fell on me during one of my jobs, injuring my left shoulder. I ended up with just a broken bone. I also came away with a burn in my shoulder. I've had a burn before. I have a scar on my wrist, actually, on my right wrist, that I got from touching the egg machine when I worked at McDonald's. I've never broken a bone. I've heard it hurts like hell, and that just makes me not want to break a bone. After the accident, I quit the Kyudo. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Kyudo Club. Our school's Kyudo Club, out of respect for formalities, allows students to perform sacred shooting rituals. Male students participating in this expose their left shoulder. Zach, there's not an accent there. Expose. Shinji pointed out that it may be disrespectful for someone performing a sacred shot to expose a scar, and since I was getting busy with various jobs, I decided to quit.
先輩、しつこいようですけど、本当にもう弓は引かないんですか？藤村先生も怪我なんて支障はないって言ってるのに。
Fujini would say that even if I'd broken every bone in my body.
先輩、私、真面目な話をしているんです。
I know I should give her a serious answer, but unfortunately I can't give Sakura the answer she's looking for. I don't have time to do club activities. I like Kyudo, but it's not something I should prioritize, so I think I'll give it a rest for a while. Money. Did you know that Japanese... Hang on. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just gonna quickly look up the exchange rate. 1 USD is 156 yen. Money. Monday on the 4th of never. However long I feel like, or maybe until it's time for you to graduate. I'm looking forward to having you look after me then. Don't say that! I pat Sakura's shoulder. Okay, never mind. Saying that to your somewhat adoptive emotional sister, it seems a bit weird. She nods so violently it looks like she might drop the planes. Quit nodding. Yeah, Japanese yen has a ridiculous exchange rate. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujini have long since left the house for their morning club activities. I went to school early yesterday because Issei asked me to, but I leave the house at the usual time today. Hey, don't you have all that other stuff to fix? Hey, I recognize. That was where that weird girl with the white hair showed up. I noticed something strange as I walked down the hill towards the intersection. Several police cars are parked in front of a house. Something must have happened since the crowd is gay. There are easily 20 people watching. I'm curious, but the mass of people prevents me from finding out what's happening. I don't have much time, so I should hurry to school. Gee, I wonder if that has something to do with the blue guy we saw earlier. And by we, I mean me and you, the audience, not Shirou. I make it to school 10 minutes before the first bell. Are you saved by the bell? As I cross through the gate with plenty of time as usual. Ah, I run into a familiar student. Oh, shit, that's why. You haven't even changed yet, Mitsuzuri. Homeroom's about to start. You really don't have time to say hi. There's a specific point I want to reach before the end of the video, but I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't know what's so funny, but she laughs heartily, not caring about her surroundings. This is Ayako Mitsuzuri. She's been a classmate of mine. Oh, is Mitsuzuri the family name? Mitsuzuri Aya. She's been the classmate of mine since we were first years, and she's currently the captain of the Kyudo Club. Unbelievably insightful person. It was expected that she would be the team's next captain since her first year with them. Mitsuzuri is a precocious sort. People have always had high hopes for her and even leaned on her ever since she was a first year. See the prologue for more details on Mitsuzuri. Then again, she gets mad whenever someone mentions that in front of her, claiming she doesn't look as old as people think. Thoughts so loud they're on your face. I wouldn't dare. It's making an observation. If you want to get angry about it, that's your call. Swords. Hey, so have I got news for you? Shinji, what's he got to do with this? Oh, damn it. Nah. I need to turn. I'm going to rebind that shift key. You're his only male friend. Really? I guess the Kyudo Cup's got nothing to do with it, but he and I go back along with. Did Shinji say something bad again? Kill him. Mitsuzuri sighs gravely. Seeing her look so serious is rare to begin with, but the rest of her story is particularly alarming. What the heck? Why'd he quit? But how could you let something like that happen? Oh, yeah, but what the hell was Shinji thinking? He may be harsher than the others, but he's not the type to make someone into a spectacle. What do you mean by that? Were you just thinking something bad about me? Quit flipping my lines back on me. Why are you using my own words against me? Fine. So what got into Shinji? Why'd he do that? Oh, the normal. You mean that Tosaka? That's the first time I've heard that nickname, but it fits. It's no surprise Shinji got rejected. And knowing Tosaka, she probably had some pretty harsh insults to go with. Oh yes, she did! Go with that rejection. Oh yes, she did. Shinji does have a low tolerance for some things. I know it might be tough, but good luck, Mitsuzuri.
信じて懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には今度こそ遠坂本人に何か
I'm
しそう
so
でさ。
glad you can't see what my friends are playing on Steam. No, even Shinji wouldn't go near someone who just rejected him. He's good about that sort of thing. I don't mean to
けど
expose
相手が
anybody.
近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけどうちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。
Former president of Brazil,
エミヤ
Jair
は辞めちゃっ
Bolsonaro,
た
has
から
been
知らない
arrested.
だろうけど
Weird.
ね。
One of my friends has just booted up geometry. That's news to me. Tosaka Rin doesn't participate in any club activities because her family forbids it or something. She's the only one left! She even turned down nominations to be a member of the student council, so I always thought she went straight home after school.
たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Mitsuzuri has a weird way of looking at this. Now that I think about it, they say that Tosaka Rin has a lot of studies. I wonder if Mitsuzuri's too. You could say that. Hey Mitsuzuri, that's kind of cool even for you.
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Mitsuzuri hastily runs off. Classic Mitsuzuri. I never minded just how forthright she always is. I feel a bit more at ease and head towards the classroom. I don't think anything exceptional happens today. It's lunch. Oh yeah, we just straight skip. It's lunchtime. Our school is quite the cafeteria. Most students eat lunch there, but there are some old-fashioned students who still bring their own lunches, including myself, the student council president sitting in front of me. It's a funny story, actually. At my most recent high school, which is to say about 4 years, say about 3 years ago at this point, for my junior year, lunches were actually free, except for the snacks, but that didn't exactly matter much. But starting my senior year, you actually had to pay for your lunch, which is why I don't remember correctly, I actually had to bring in a lunch. Because as it turns out, paying for lunch every day gets expensive quite quick. The money adds up. I don't know if breakfast was ever paid for, if I ever actually had to pay for breakfast. Anyway. Oh, hello.
その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
To be entirely honest, I thought about getting fried chicken today, but I have two choices. I could go to KFC, which is alright, or I could go to Giant Eagle, which is cheaper and somewhat better. But that would mean having leftovers. Fine. But why is your lunch always so plain? You say, I know you live in a temple, but there's no rule that prohibits you from consuming alcohol or meat, right? I don't know a damn thing about Buddhism or Shintoism. Or Shintoism. I have a feeling those aren't tenets. The protein thing, well, it depends on, if it's kosher or halal, which is two different religions, but my point still stands, or vegan or something. Alcohol is just straight up banned in Islam. Yeah, I absolutely.
小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよ、などという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。これも考えどころだ。
Monk in training to circus boy pipeline. You might as well become Robin at this point. It sounds like your old man. Isei's father is the priest at Ryudu Temple, a larger-than-life figure who's also friends with Fujini's grandfather. I don't know if this is revealed yet, but he's the Akaza. Anyone that gets along with old man Fujimura can't possibly be normal. That explains why Tali gets the way she. Oh, then here you go. You owe me. I'm gonna pass my bento box. Kanto bento.
ありがたく。これも托発の修行なり。
Issei bows deeply. I honestly question whether I should be reminded that he's the son of a priest at times like this.
そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。
This man has a good head on his shoulders. I like him. Banal is all hell, but I like him. The intersection? Could it be the same intersection where I saw the police cars this morning?
なんでもな。殺人があった。
Murder?
詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく、長物だというのは普通じゃない。
Long weapon, murder. Lanza! I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it was Lanza. It might have also been Casta. A long weapon. Does he mean a sword or something? If it's a murder, then the weapon killed the parent. And that weapon killed the parents and the older sister. I can't help but imagine that someone sneaks in a house late at night, unreasonable violence, a horrible nightmare the victim neither imagined nor wished for, like a traffic accident. The parents are slaughtered. The older sister falls victim without knowing what is happening. A lone child, hidden in the shadows, is covered in the family's blood. Issei, did they catch the murder?
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？喉に飯でも詰まったか？
Nothing. Why do you ask?
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。食事時の話ではなかったな。
Issei apologizes and tries to lighten the mood. I actually don't mind topics like this. I didn't realize I was looking so severe. And then there's a gentle knocking on the student council's room's door. You are not a member of the student council, Mia. Why are you?
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
Mr. Kazuki answers. Kazuki-sensei enters, and Issei steps over him to have a quiet conversation. It must be a casual student council matter since Issei looks relaxed. Look at that. It's like something you don't see every day. Issei is surprisingly shy. He keeps his distance from classmates and even teachers, but for some reason he's warmed up to the student council advisor, Kazuki-sensei. I understand what that means. I think. Because Kazuki's a teacher, that would be a sensei, wouldn't it? I'm learning Japanese honorifics to make this seem more immersive, which is weird because I'm speaking in English. Maybe they're get along because they're both straight-laced. Kazuki Surichiro. Fuck. Great. If I've been wrong this entire time, I'm gonna look so fucking silly. That's the first thing you're redirected to. Sure. Okay, Kazuki is the family name, so Kazuki-sensei is correct, and Kazuki Surichiro is also correct, because Surichiro is the given name. Kazuki Surichiro is the homeroom teacher for class 2A, and he's a very serious and kind of weird. Oh, like Snape. It's a part of this is probably why he and Issei get along so well. The two continue to talk, and I watch him. I can't stop thinking about the murder. Ooh. Well, oh, okay. I thought we were gonna get more philosophical talk regarding swords, but no. Class is ended and it's time to go home. I can't wander around because I have work today. I shouldn't do anything at school. I should head straight to the neighboring town, but... Sorry if you hear anything from the living room. There's a game on currently. Maybe the morning's conversation bothered me more than I realized. The next thing I know, I'm at the Kyudu Club. What the hell am I thinking? Mitsuzuri said Tosaka-rin frequently visits. Well, I hadn't thought of that, but I think it'd be a problem if Shinji got violent against Tosaka. Shinji's unstoppable when he gets mad. Like, drop! Shinji lasting out at Tosaka because she rejected him would be bad. Well, I don't know exactly how, but it'd just be bad. Now, Tosaka's not even here. Tosaka's nowhere to be found around the dojo. Mitsuzuri worried for nothing.
誰がいないって？
God damn it! Ah!
だから誰がいないって？
Issei, who I thought I parted ways with, is standing right next to me. Well, why are you here? Say, don't scare me like that.
いや、エミヤが挙動不審げに道場を眺めていたからつい。
I hate to talk over the voice lines, but that is something. I don't like people just walking up on me and then saying something. It's weird because I do it to other people, but...
で、誰がいないって？
Well, it's Tosaka. I heard she had a spat with Shinji yesterday, so I wanted to make sure things were okay.
ほうほう、挙動不審だな。聞かれてもいないのに理由まで話すなど。俺は誰がいないかと聞いただけなのだが。
It's none of your business what I do around here.
それはしかり。だが無駄だぞエミヤ。 遠坂はここにはいない。なぜなら、あいつは今日ずる休みだ。
I'm talking up from outside the fourth wall. This isn't roleplay. This is me just saying something. This would be the part. This would be the part of the prologue where. This would be the part of the prologue where Frid's walking Archer around the city. What? Cut class. So she's absent. I see. Wait, Issei, why do you think she cut class? That's the sort of thing she'd ever do.
するとも、あいつが風邪などひくものか。俺が見たところあいつは悪いやつだ。外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞ、エミヤ。
Somehow what Issei is saying irritates me. I may not know Tosaka that well, but I don't think she's a bad person. Watch what you say, Issei. You know Tosaka's not like that.
ん？なんだ？エミヤも遠坂狙いなのか。ああ、それはすまない。今のは流してくれ。
A secret crush like hell? Don't make assumptions. I'm just worried she's gonna stir up some trouble.
シンジが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためか。またそんな
Bad
役割
taste?
をするな。
Bad taste?
別に
Nah.
俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだな、エミヤは。
According to the fandom Emiya's, Shirou has excellent taste. You will see some of that later. I'm unscathed so far because nothing happened, but you say, what was that crap you were saying?
ん？遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
To understand bad taste, one must have good taste. Shinji is bad taste. Yeah, that. Tosaka's popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her.
ああ、聞かないね。
No.
それがまた気に食わない。
What part bothers you?
だから全部だよ。あれは女狐だ。女性だ。妖怪だ。とにかく生理的に気に食わない。悪いことは言わないから、エミヤも気に入らないようにしろ。
Temples are so dull. Pass. You're the one who always wants everyone not to talk about people behind their back.
たわけ。これが陰口に入るか。俺は聞こえるように喋っている。
You're right. It's worse. No wonder I sense people watching us. Well, that's a relief. I'm really good, Tosaka's absent today. Can we talk a little quieter?
うん。エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。いや、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。あくまで個人の趣味嗜好の範囲だろう。
Yeah, you use words like vixen and minx. I'm pretty sure minx is definitely a derogatory term. Well, no, there was that one Animaniacs character, but that was the 90s, so...
なに？褒め言葉だ。女狐にも妖怪にもいいものはいる。
Nope, that's not what I want to do.
あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけで。
Ah, yes, positive slur use.
かつ。
Issei laughs.
それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
Right then. Issei leaves calm and composed, perhaps because he felt satisfied having said everything he wanted to say. I've known him for 2 years now, but honestly, I still don't get that guy. I ride the bus from school for 20 minutes. I arrive in Shinto, the neighboring town across the bridge. Come on, it's not even 5 yet. I have still some time. There are many part-time jobs in the residential area of Miyama, but there are plenty in Shinjo since it's a developing area. Our school allows students to hold part-time jobs, so I take on simple jobs. I had that too. I worked at McDonald's and Wendy's while I was at school. And let me just say, it did not end well. I prefer my jobs to be physical, and the tougher and shorter they are, the better. I get paid all while training my body, so it's like killing 2 birds with one stone. Well, how about we kill a few billion birds with 1 stone? It's a very cool science joke. Today I'll work from 5 to 8 o'clock for a simple loading job. It may just be 3 hours work, but it feels more like 6 since they make you work without a minute's rest. Yep, that's so real. So fun fact, while I'm recording this, peak season where I work is upon us, which means 8-hour days. Mostly 5 days a week, which means I need to rest when I have the opportunity, even if it's just for like 10 minutes. Walking around aimlessly would be a waste of energy, so I decided to rest at a park until it's time. Come on. This park is nestled between buildings. Hey, does this look familiar? Put it between buildings, and it's like a giant plaza full of trees and shrubbery. I accidentally hit shift again. I really need to rebind that. This park is nestled between a park which should typically be filled with families and couples during weekends and holidays, but this one's this hour. Yeah, 'cause it's winter. In fairness, the place is always desolate, no matter the day or time. This place is the same as always. I sigh in exasperation. The area is unkept, and it's really pretty ugly compared to other places that are probably landscaped and maintained, as if the desolate location had set the mood. The wind itself blows cold and harsh. Hence the music. This place is the remnant of the great catastrophe that happened 10 years ago. It's the very place where I was saved from the brink of death. Why don't they seed some grass here? It's a shame to keep it like this. The area is quite large, so if they level, there would be plenty of space to work on the park. I sit down on the benches, I think. With nothing else to do, I stare out over the burned area to pass the time. I don't remember anything that happened here. The only thing I remember was that it was hot and I couldn't breathe. And that some people died trying to save others. I wonder why that happened. One adult here died because they were trying to save a child from a burning house. Another person was offered all the available water to extinguish their raw, parched throat, while others in the same situation died. Someone here tried to flee the fire as fast as they could, but the people left behind died. And someone died here because they gave whatever it was to keep them alive to someone they didn't even know. I don't like thinking about that. Just thinking about people trying to help and becoming victims for their trouble makes me angry. Is it too much to ask for everyone to be saved and for them to get their happy ending reward? Ooh, an idealist. I want us to see people peacefully prevail. Why can't that happen?
それは難しい。シロの言っていることは誰も彼も救うということだからね。
Hello, Kiritsugi. That was Kiritsugi's response to the question when a very young me asked. And as a child, I obviously refused to accept that idea. But you saved me, Kiritsugi. I knew you were a magician. You could do anything. I knew that you were a champion of justice who wouldn't let anyone suffer, and you did it without asking for any reward. That's why I've always believed you managed to save everyone back then. In response to me shouting to him, Kiritsugi looked more troubled than I had ever seen him and said something I remember to this day.
シロ、誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？
He can't.
正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けた者だけなんだよ。当たり前のことだけど、これが正義の味方の定義なんだ。
Yeah, I get that. Now that it's been pointed out, it seems so obvious. Imagine if there was a burglar and some hostages, and the burglar intends to kill the hostages. Under normal circumstances, the majority of the hostages would probably die, but if by some miracle all the hostages were saved, there's someone who didn't get saved. The burglar, of course, is saving the hostages were done at the cost of his life. The people the champion of justice saves, they all assume the champion of justice deems to save. And that's why saving everyone is impossible. Even God can't do that. Nor Amateur. Especially if it's a natural disaster, no person is able to save everyone, everything. Hey, you want to come with us? No, we forgot. Why didn't you accept any help? I was ready for you. That was my help! The fire 10 years ago was like that. Remember that? The fire 10 years ago was like that. Someone who was miraculously saved from the incident. It wasn't my place to say anything at this point. I still don't like it. I don't want anything like that. I don't like the idea that there's a limitation to who can be saved, no matter how impossible it may be. I need to reach out and help. I can't stand to see people around me die like back then. If the person I am now had been there 10 years ago, I would have thrown myself into the fire, but then I would have died, and for nothing. That would have happened for sure. Gee, I can't even fantasize in my head. Oh crap, I can't believe it's already 5. Bell in the distance rings, chiming 5 o'clock. I get up from the bench and hurry to my part-time job. Yeah, you don't. By the time I'm done working, the sun has long since set. It's a little before 8 o'clock. I finished about 10 minutes earlier because I kind of overworked myself. Maybe it's because I stopped by that park earlier. That might have motivated me to push myself harder. At the train station, the night is just getting started. There are a bunch of people milling about and an endless stream of cars on the road. Guess there's no need for me to get something food. I walk along the path that I gaze up at a lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see all the way to the top. As I gaze at the building, enjoying the nighttime scenery. Huh? I think I see something bizarre. What is that? I stop and try and look at the very top. I squint, trying to bring what I see into focus, but it's like staring at grains of rice. Hey, you look familiar. anime pose. That is a very... Someone standing on top of a building dramatically is very anime. It looks like someone I know, but I can't think of why this girl I know would have a reason to be there. It doesn't seem like she's going to do anything up there, but she's just standing there, looking down and see as the wind ruffles her hair. She doesn't seem to notice me down below. Actually, there is no way she can see me. Even my near-perfect vision enhanced with Magecraft can barely distinguish what's up there. I'm able to tell she's up there because she's isolated, but there's no way she would be able to pick me out of a crowd on the ground. She's just looking down at the town. It seems like she's looking for something. I can almost feel her sharp gaze even at this distance. I forget how long it's been, but I continue to look up at this girl standing in the void. She stands at the top of a high tower. She's like a magician looking down at the surface world with a bright moon shining right behind her. And then she disappears, apparently done with whatever brought her up there. The rooftop stands empty and the scenery returns back to nothing more than the beautiful night sky. Is that Tosaka up there? I can't be sure, but I'm probably right about who it was at least. There aren't many girls I know who stand out like her, and besides, I'm not so out of it I'd fail to notice a girl like Secret Playman. It's just, Tosaka sure is a weird way of spending her time. Unlike Shinto, there is no sign of people anywhere in Miyama. There is nobody around after 8 at night, and the town is silent and still. The house I saw this morning stands across the intersection. There are no signs of life in it. No trespassing sign hangs over the... Sorry. In just a single day, the house has fallen quiet, almost like an abandoned building. A girl and her parents were killed by a burglar. I wonder what life awaits now for the single child who survived. I bite my lip, frustrated by my powerlessness. I promised I'd just be like Kiritsugi, but I couldn't do anything, even when something like this happened so close to home. I want to help people, but I don't know what I can do. Okay, this needs to end at some point. I reach the top of the hill where my house sits. Lights are on, so Fuji or Sakura are still inside. I'm home. Oh, it's just you, Fujini. Fujini turns toward me, munching on a rice cracker. The TV is turned to a lively variety show.
またこんな時間に帰ってきて。冬は日が暮れるのが早いんだから、もっと早くに帰ってきなさいって言ったでしょ。
I am home early. I had to work until 8, so get off my back about that. So where's Sakura? I see dinner's already prepared.
さくらちゃんなら早めに帰ったわよ。今日は用事があるからって晩ご飯だけ作ってくれたの。
Fujini cheerfully replies, as far as she's concerned, anyone who makes her food is a good person. Yeah. I see, that's really a good thing for now. It's been dangerous lately, so maybe I'll take over making dinner until the school term starts.
反対！シロ帰ってくるの遅いじゃない。それからご飯作ってたら食べるの10時過ぎになっちゃうよ。
Couldn't you just eat at home?
だからここが私の家だよ。
Fujini tilts her head, puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if a response like that should make me happy or sad. Yeah, I know it's pointless asking you to make dinner. By the way, what's that thing you got there? You didn't bring over more junk, did you? Fujini has a tendency to leave a bunch of junk here. She'll bring stuff like bowls from restaurants that are too big to be functional, a necessary heavy earthen teapot, or a weird guitar that plays itself. She must think this place is convenient storage or something. Show it to me. I'm gonna toss it in the trash.
これ？うちで余ったポスターだけど。
Fujini hands me the poster. It's probably a poster of some no-name singer. Let's see. I knew it. It's a poster of a young man wearing a military uniform, smiling with his thumbs up, all in front of a cheap-looking blue sky background. The caption on the poster in bloody font: "Love's lovely ranger land. Come to see the self-defense." This is a recruitment poster for a youth group.
それいらないからあげるね。
I don't want this shit. I don't want this shit. Stop forwarding this crap to me. I quickly roll the poster back up and try to whack Fujini. That's fucking cardboard tube behavior. However, Fujini counters mostly with yet another poster she's been holding. Conk! Bonk! Her poster sword bossed me lightly. Well done. Ah! Stars! Sushi stars!
シロの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
That's not the issue here. How the hell does a paper poster make a sound like that? Did she make some sort of technique only a true poster master could execute?
ごめん。こっ
ちのポスター
Bitch.
初回特典版なんで豪華鉄板仕様だった。シロ、頭大丈夫？
Fujini, you're going to end up killing someone one of these days.
えへへ、その時はシロがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな。
Yes, because apparently that's a legal defense in a court of law. Yeah, not a chance. I'm not marrying a natural born killer.
私そんな物騒なのじゃないと思う。
You would be that unaware of your own actions. Pray that I survive. I'll have to be very careful now if I'm going to have any hope of avoiding being married.
ふんだ、行ってなさい。そんなことよりシロ、私お腹減った。今まで待ってたんだから早くご飯の用意しよう。
Fujini gets up. What's up with Fujini? She must be really hungry if she's offering to help, even if it's help setting the table. Don't let her cook. Fine, then you take out the plates and bowls. You can at least scoop the rice into bowls, right?
告げるよ。ねえシロ、私丼でいいかな。
Oh no. That shouldn't be a problem. Sakura's not here today, so we'll definitely have leftovers.
よしよし。それじゃ、シロもお揃いね。
Fujini scoops mounds of rice into the two large bowls. Whatever, I was gonna go for a second helping when if I met up with Fuji now, Fujini does now. We may not really not have it. Besides, it's the kind of chaotic scene dinner that my home has been. If sorry, I'm trying to. Another day ends. We finish our rowdy dinner, and after I see off Fujini, I take a bath. After that, I head to the shed for my daily training. I complete as usual, and then go to sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning today, and peacefully without incident. Oh, wow. Yes. Alright, I'm going to leave this one off here because I have a feeling I know how this ends. I have a feeling I know what happens next, so I'm going to save it and then I'm going to stop. The next episode should be up Friday, alright? I'll see you next time. Goodbye.